Hey, my name's Court with Rare Breed Plumbing. Today we're going to be shooting a heat assist liner with permaliner. To start off, we're going to be going with the camera. We're going to show you how to do a hard measurement so that you can shoot that liner accurately. So the entire time that we're going down, you want to be looking for anything that might be problematic or anything that's going to throw your measurements off. For each 90 and for each 45, we're going to be adding a different length to our liner. So I know that that was a 90 right there. So you want to be counting those, and then you want to be inspecting the pipe the whole way through, both as you go in and as you come out, for anywhere that there may be a reinstatement. Otherwise, that customer is going to have their plumbing cut off, and we're going to be in trouble. Hit a 45 right there. Not seeing anywhere for a reinstatement. And as I pull back, we're going to want to double check those and recount those 45s and those 90s to make sure we can get as accurate of a liner as possible. Okay, so with this measurement, Chaz is going to take this out, and you want to go until, stop, right until that tape line. Again, because this is the scrim liner, it's not going to stretch as much, but we still want to get as much of that out as we can. After we've double checked all of our measurements, we're going to measure that out to 26.2 there. And then you're going to add your 6 inches of waste for the resin fill. You're going to make sure that you put a big X on that so we don't accidentally use that in the liner. Then you want to go down to the beginning here, and you're going to just follow your paper. So we got 4 inches on the front, take off for our cuff. Mark it for the cuff there. And then we have our intro at 2 foot 10 inches. And we're going to take our tape here, and we're going to make sure that this comes out to 23 inches even, which should be our liner. Yeah, we're right at 23 right there. So now we can cut this right here. There we go. Okay, that's cut. So we had a 190 connection. We have 145 because we're shooting a 4-inch line. We know that 90 is going to add an extra inch. The 45 is going to add an extra ½ inch. We have 2210 on the feet, 10 inches. So the pipe to be lined, we're just going to move that down after we add these in. So we'll have to add 1.5 inches. We're just going to add 2 inches and round it up, which is going to get us right to 23 feet, 0 inches. Okay? Our variable intro length, because we measured that out earlier, what is our intro length? 2 foot 10. Our cuff is going to be 4 inches here. So we're going to add these up. We're going to end up with 2. Bring a 1 up here. So 26, 2. We're going to want to put that over here. 26 feet, 2 inches. And then there's also going to be a plus 6 inch wet out, just waste. Let's just do all the math while we're here. We're going to bring this 26.2 down. This is for the cowl tube. We're going to add an additional 3 inches onto the cuff. We're going to add a 2 foot for the knot. So we're going to come down to 28 feet, 5 inches. Write that over here, 5 inches. Calibration tube, let's bring that down to 28 feet, 5 inches. The delivery hose, we are going to be shooting with a 5-foot delivery hose on this shot. The delivery hose is the big orange tube. You have the 5-foot, you have the 10-foot, you can put them together and make the 15-foot. Sometimes you don't shoot with any. And then we have the inverter length, which is set at 7 feet. So our pull length will be 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 40 feet, 5 inches. Then you're going to want to hand that off to your partner and make sure that they double check all of your work up till now. Once they've signed off on that, we're going to take this, because we're shooting a 3mm scrim in 4 feet. We're going to take our pipe to be lined, which is 23 feet, and we're going to times that by 0.85, which is what's up here. 19.55, we're going to just round that up to 19.6. That's how many pounds of resin that we're going to need for this shot. We're going to take that 19.6 and we're going to divide it by 3, which will give us 6.5 pounds of our resin, and then times it by 2, and that will give us 13 pounds of our part A. Part B always should be less than the part A.